Alright. Hi, I'm Galaxy, or my name is Kevin, and I'll be VOD reviewing your Volskaya game today. So there's three main things you really want to worry about, and it's mechanics, awareness, and positioning. So I'll just go through some mechanics as Baptiste
No dying on my
beforehand, and for some credentials, I'm a diamond support main, and I specialize in basically every support except for Brigida. Okay, anyways, so the first mechanic as BAP, I would say, is to control the recoil. The recoil seems pretty insignificant, but I would rest assured that I would say it's pretty important. So I'll show you an uncontrolled version of recoil and then like recoil if you do control it. So Baptiste's recoil is pretty straightforward. It's just 3 up and down. So all you really have to do is pull down, right? So it's not that hard to control the recoil, it's just actually doing it. And I'll show you the difference between controlling and not controlling it. So I know that the training bots' heads are pretty big. I'll show you on Tracer in a little bit. So this uncontrolled, aiming right at their head. So I hit like 1 or 2 bursts per. But if you control it, you can kill the bots in like 2 bursts. So 2 bursts, I just kill target.
Going to make it.
So to practice this, I would go in to practice range like so, and then just practice on 2 or 3 bursting enemy targets. So I'm not really warm right now, so excuse my aim. But yeah, try 2 or 3 bursting enemies, and then by controlling the recoil, right? And then if you have your ult, you can try to 1 burst because it does double damage.
Have you considered a different line of work?
Okay. And then another mechanic as BAP. I know I can see you doing it. It's a little unrefined, I would say. But it's healing and damaging at the same time. So I think the way you're doing it right now, you're holding down left and right click. Because whenever I see you shoot some enemies, it does seem that you're also launching healing at them, which is not necessary, right? So to practice this, I would go again to the practice range, and then you can shoot. So you try to kill the bots, and then I would look down. So I don't hold it down. You can hold down left click, right, to kill them, but then you just tap right. You look at the floor, and you tap right click. And also, as AOE healing, so you don't have to hit them directly to heal them, right? You can just hit the floor beneath them. See? So I can hit both of the targets by aiming at the floor. So if you want to aim like directly at them, it's fine. But if you want to cover multiple targets, then you can shoot at the floor like about, it's pretty far range. Around here. Right. And then control the recoil. So to practice this, so you just right click on the floor, shoot. I shoot twice, right click again, shoot twice. And then you can alternate in between this, and then you can kill the bots. And then
Got you good at you.
okay. That's all mechanics I would say to cover for BAP. Also, this is a common tip though. So the right click has a projectile, right? Or sorry, an arc to this projectile. As do most characters with projectiles. But anyways, his right click has the same trajectory, sorry, as his E, as his immortality field. So if you're trying to judge the distance to throw your immortality field, just throw right click. So you see, I'll show you. I'll aim it at a wall so you can kind of tell it is the same. So it's right click trajectory and then E.
Get in here.
See, it's the same trajectory. We just gotta know like it mounts the walls and stuff, right? Okay. That's about it for Baptiste. I know you didn't play Baptiste in Volskaya, but I'll go through. Or sorry, you didn't play Mercy on Volskaya,
I'll be watching.
but you played on your other one. So I'll show you just some mechanics. You can look up some videos as well if you want to learn mechanics. So the first one is super jump. I'll show it first. So it looks like that basically. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press your crouch button minus left control and your guardian angel button at the same time, which minus left shift. So I press left control and left shift at the same time, and then I glide to them. There's probably some explanations on YouTube if you'd like to look up, but I'm gonna just show you pretty briefly right now. So you do left control and left shift. So you're like, so you can see how you're kind of like gliding along the floor. So this is a regular guardian angel where you're like flying directly to them, whereas a super jump, you're kind of like low on the floor, right? So you're low, then right when you reach them, you'll get like a sweet spot. Once you practice it, you'll get like a sweet spot. And then when you get to them, and then that's when you press your space bar, and I hit that thing. But yeah, that's how you super jump. And then you can use it to like get on some high ground, like so. And then also utilizing Mercy's beam range as her at the max range. So I believe her beam range has like 9 meters. I'm not sure exactly, but you can really you can be pretty far as Mercy, about here, and then you're still connecting, right?
Damage increased.
Yeah. So utilize her beam to like the fullest extent that you can, because you don't really want to rely on temporary shields like Ryan shields or Arista shields, because they can go down at any time, right? So you can use hard cover, and then while still like healing them. And also you can be around this for a while, like for about 2-3 seconds
You needed a
before
doctor?
the beam disconnects again. So you can go like that. Just look at them for a little bit, peek out again.
Well
Right.
done.
So just try to play around natural cover as much as possible. That's what goes around for Baptiste. Right. So
Let me get you patched up.
yeah. Oh, also, I want to cover something with Baptiste that you can use. I think you
No
obviously know
dying
this.
on my watch.
That you can jump as Bap. So make sure you try to utilize it to this fullest extent, because sometimes he kind of just you just jump around. You don't really do anything with it. Sorry, that's too rude. But you can use your boots to get strategical advantage against them. So say if there's a rhino on the floor, right? It wants to swing at you, you can just jump up. You're up here, and then you can heal from up here. Well, and then you can shoot the rhino. That's attack your team.
All better for now.
Yeah. So to memorize, control the recoil, because you get a lot of damage done. You just If you want to hard carry your games, recoil control, you literally just kill everybody. You see? And then also, I think you know this already because you were doing it, but you kind of don't throw healing grenades at the enemy, right? I know you're trying to heal your team, but when you incorporate it, throw it at your teammates, not them. So that's why you have to be pretty mechanically skilled as Baptiste. So you can aim down to shoot your healing grenade while also shooting at the enemy. Also, it'd be helpful if you inform me of your sense, because whenever I watch your gameplay, you go up and down like this. I'm not sure if, I don't know, but anyways, I'll ask for your sense in the DM. But yeah, it's pretty important to get a good sense. You can look up some videos on YouTube. There's plenty of videos on how to find the perfect sense. But if you're good with it, then yeah, keep on aim training. Whatever. Okay. So that's all that I'm gonna be talking about. So let's go right into the VOD review. So I've only seen this for the first 3 minutes or something. So excuse me if I'm not too quite informed on the VOD review. Okay. So I'm gonna skip right ahead.
Gravitic flux isn't quite ready.
Restart.
You'll be lectured about chaos and disorder from a machine.
5, 4, 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
On Volskaya, I actually like hopping.
Regen up.
I actually like hopping up here, and then so you have a pretty good sideline on your teammates. But it's a little hard to see the enemy. But at this moment in time, you don't really have to look at the enemy right now, because you want to stay behind your tanks. So number one rule, positioning, stay behind your tanks. So I would look at your team composition first. Alright. So you have Zen, you have Sig, Zarya, Junk, Symmetra. So you'll see if your off support is Zen, then you're gonna have to be focusing on healing a bit more. So just keep that in mind. Also, I don't know how much you're calming, like communicating to your team. So I would say try to be the most vocal in your team. The team's kind of just dying here, which is unfortunate. But at this point, you're kind of sometimes you're missing him, which is fine. Just hand clearing, but you can be aiming at the floor next to him, so you don't always have to focus. Also, you're shooting at him, not enemy, so you don't have to. So right here, you're trying to incorporate shooting and healing, which is good. Just make sure you're healing your teammates and then shooting at them. So this is good. I don't know why you're so much ulted, but it happens. Sometimes you get questionable teammates, but try to focus on yourself. Always, even if like you do get like trash teammates, quote unquote, like you can't really control it, right? So just try focus on yourself. And you'll eventually find. So right here, you're healing the cemetery for a bit, which you don't have. Right here. I'll pause right here. So you see, one of your teammates got pinned, right? So if you hear pin, I would just immediately throw an immortality field if you can to try to save him. Because pins do a lot of damage. Even though I feel like he was gonna die anyways, since he's a little deep. But always try to throw an immortality field to save your teammates if you can. Go on. So your teammate does die, but he dies himself. Fine. And also you can use your boots to jump around the wall on the left side. Right here. I'm not sure if you see my cursor. I think you do. So yeah. So you can use your boots a lot. For now, you're down 2 players, so you can just wait for a regroup. Also, try to be vocal about like when to disengage, when to engage and stuff. And really, you shouldn't be doing it. But if you wanna climb games, I would say you have to be the shot caller of your team. So, anyways, with this, it's a little questionable. Sorry. Because, see, 2 of your teammates are dead, right? Zarya and Junk, and you just popped your window, which only you and Sigma are really gonna get value out of. So, I would say save your window for when your entire team is there, because it's a team game, right? Anyways. Yeah, I mean you put the window down, but you don't even use it, so like it's kind of here. And right here, I would just call the ball back. Oh, actually, okay. You could have tried to throw an ammo, but it's okay. I would say just try to tell your team to your team's just like kind of just pressing buttons right now.
What is that melody?
Yeah, right here, you're kind of just like. Oh, actually.
Get in here.
Okay, this is fine. This is a good immortality usage. But anyways, during that fight though, you can reposition. You have your boots, right? You can just hop up here, and then you're chill. Like you can see almost the entire team. Oh, I just realized your Zarya is kind of low. But yeah, but I would focus Ren, of course, because he's kind of in your team right now. But anyways, you can hop up like so when you took cover behind this as against the tank bastion. So there's a Symmetra wall still up. You could have taken some cover from that with the Symmetra ult, or you could just hop up here and like it's pretty hard to hit you from up here when especially on low ground, since you have to like get a direct hit. So yeah, high ground is your friend, and especially as Baptiste, you can really utilize high ground to its fullest advantage. Cause you can just hop up anywhere, right? So you can just chill up here. You shoot your teammates, or you heal your teammates, sorry, and then you shoot the enemies. And then that's all I would really say about this fight. But also, if you can, if anybody's in voice chat, press P. That's the social. Check who's in voice chat, right? And then you can just communicate with your team. You want to communicate as much as possible. It was basically like the best way to climb. Just communicating. Okay. Along with the video.
Let them up.
So you see this? Okay. There's a 1 health Hanzo out there. Also, his healing grenade doesn't heal himself, by the way. Just a tip. Okay. At 3 minutes 30 seconds on like luck. That's good.
2-2.
Pretty good.
Switching sides.
Just focus on your positioning. So try to stay behind your tanks as much as you can. Because in the Dorado game, I feel like you're a little more forward than you could be. Then as a support as well, you want to try to play as back as possible.
One shot, one kill.
You know what happens.
You prioritize your life over everybody else's. Since if you die, then like your team dies basically. So you want to be the last person, or like you want to die in the later stage of the battle.
Feel the burn.
If you were to die, of course. If you win, then yeah, you win. So just focus on mechanical. Shoot enemies. Don't heal them. Right. Don't right click your enemies and then right click your teammates. Don't left click your teammates.
5, 4,
And then you'll get overtime.
2,
It should help the
Attackers
little formative I showed you at the beginning.
objective A.
Right here, you're just lobbing grenades. But you don't really have to, right? You're kind of just wasting your ammo right now.
Get in here.
Good.
Healing you up.
Also, another tip: try to throw. This is a good right now. A good example. All right, let me go back.
Get in here.
This is a good immortality field, because you want to throw your immortality fields in cover. So this is a good cover. You threw it on the truck. They can't really see it from this perspective. I mean, they can see on the right, but yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, it's good. So try to throw your immortality fields like around cover. So like around corners, I would say. Don't just like throw in the open, unless like if it's like really, if you can help it, try to throw it around corners. Like, but if you have to throw it to save a teammate, then like save a teammate, yeah, of course. But that's good. So keep in mind, throw your immortality fields around cover. They call them lamps, so FYI.
Healing you up.
Also, once they start pushing up a little bit more, you can actually, I'm not sure if you do this, but you can actually hop up to the high ground right here. So you just like, once they, oh, they do have a bastion though, so. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that you always want to check your comp. Always press tab, check your composition, and then after 15 seconds, after the round starts, 15 seconds after it starts, you can actually see the enemy's team as well. So always be mindful. Look at your composition, look at the enemy team's composition, and then you can position and play accordingly. So this time you have a Mercy, so you can focus on DPSing a little bit more. And you also have a Junk, Widow, Ball, and Zarya. So be careful that you don't have a Rhine. Positionally wise, this is fine. You can either play around the cover, right here, or you can play up here. This is usually like more of an Ana spot or an Ana spot if you play Ana. She's pretty good as well, Ana. Anyways, yeah, you can play here. You can I like playing up on the truck here when I'm playing this map, but it's a little risque because you can just get shot at, obviously. So I would play back here. So once they start progressing a little bit more, they kind of have like a bastion on attack. So I kind of doubt they're gonna be pushing a bit. So yeah, just keep in mind when they push in, just try to play up here, and then you should be chill. Okay, on with the video. Right here. Oh, this is good. You did hop up. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of just a lost fight. You're kind of trying to throw healing on yourself. You can't heal yourself again. It's quite unfortunate. It'd be cool. Bap could heal himself. But yeah. That was your team kind of just fell apart. You didn't really have a person to back you up on. So it seems like your sense is a bit high. So I'll ask you again. I already said it in the video, but I'll ask you for your sensitivity, and then you can also look up some videos on YouTube, find out what your good sensitivity is. But if you're comfortable with that sensitivity, then yeah, then it's fine. Let's see where you go. So here, I know you don't really do anything right now, but here, positionally wise, I would either tell your team to push up here, and then you can play somewhere up here. Or if your teammates are just holding on point, which I guess they are, then you can play with your Junkrat right here. So chill with your Junkrat, so you're like close to him, so you can like heal him whenever he needs to. And you're kind of just on the floor right now. So obviously Baptiste got the boots. He can just hop up anywhere he wants to. So it's pretty nice. You really utilize his boots to his fullest. But not even Orisa. So should be more bunker like. Let's see. There you go.
All better.
I mean, it's also fun to stay behind the Orisa. So.
Let them up.
So yeah, put a window down. Try to utilize the window, right? Also, it's fine to be selfish with the window if you use it only for like for yourself. If you're up here, let's see. If you're up here, right, you can just use it for yourself. And usually Junk would stay up here as well. I don't know why he dropped, but you can just use the window here. Like you just window here, like you just spam the crap out of him. And then you can also heal your teammates for double the healing. And your Junk also benefits from it if he's still up here. So yeah. So this is a good positioning. I would say though, for better, like even better, I would just chill up here, or you can chill like right here for cover. You can just like peek in and out. But this is fine as well, since you're around a corner. Okay. Try not to shoot the Dario Barrett as well. They give him a card. Over here. I think it's rolled.
Well, it could be worse.
Okay. They have a bit more time than you, but that's alright.
Score.
Try not to lose hope in the middle of the game. Right? If you get rolled, then like you can still come back from it. Like I've done it plenty of times. Like you think you get rolled, but you can still win against them.
Initiating
So don't ever lose hope until you actually determine the outcome of the match. Let's skip it 20 seconds again. Okay.
ready for battle.
Trying to attack in. Look at team comp. Ryan, Zarya, Zenyatta, Junkrat, and then an undecided.
30 seconds.
So now you have a brawl comp. So just be mindful. Play with your tanks, of course. Don't try to go ahead of them.
Needed some healing.
Okay, your last is Smash Up. So again, like I said, try to communicate with your team as much as possible, because that's really like the deciding factor of the match. And then also play behind your tanks, positionally wise.
One.
And take high ground whenever possible. High ground is your friend.
Buckle down. Get it done.
Enemy contact.
So Symmetra wants to teleport left side. So yeah, just whatever your run is. Oh well. Yeah.
I am taking
Well, I
your
guess. Okay. This is,
Get up.
I would hop up on top of the building right here instead of playing inside the room. Oh, I see it right now. Anyways, instead of playing inside of this room, yes, I know there's like a mini you can go to, right? You can play on top of here, and then usually a lot of bronze people, they kind of just play the game on like a set x-axis. They don't ever look left, right, or down, or sorry, up and down. So honestly, no one would really focus you if you're up here. Also, you also have an advantage, right? Because they have to shoot up while you can shoot down, which is a lot easier. Okay, on with the video. So your Ryan kind of just gets charged off the map. You're trying to utilize the left and right click at the same time, which is good. But just like you're not really landing it, right? So there's basically no point. You're kind of just wasting ammo. So try to keep the heals on your teammates again, and then your left clicks on the enemies. The Ryan, I don't know what he was doing, but he gets fast fun. And again, right here, you're kind of walking ahead of your team, so try to be behind your tanks if possible, because you don't want to be the brunt of the damage, right? Since you're a squishy character. Your team kind of just goes in one by one. And this is interesting. So you kind of, a lot of these windows that you're using, you're kind of just like throwing them down. You don't really use them, right? So try to be more mindful of what you're doing. And you can see that 2 of your teammates got picked off already. So try not to use it if like 2 or more picks are already like on your team. Picks as in like 2 of your teammates are already killed, right? So your Zarya dies, and then your Ryan dies. So I wouldn't use your window here. I know your Symmetra ulted, right? But both your tanks are down, really. Yeah. Also, if you were to utilize the window, I would put it a little bit closer to you, like, cause you can't just throw it down. Like, who's gonna use it, right? Like Symmetra, like she kind of has a beam, so you want to use it yourself. So you can just set it down right where my flying character is right now, and then you can just shoot. You can like shoot, heal your teammates, and then shoot the enemies. And this Bastion right here, since you do double damage, like you can melt a Bastion. I'll show it for. I'll go back to backstage later. Oh, I totally forgot to go. Alright, so that's a reset. That's good that you're waiting for your team there to group up for the fight.
30 seconds remaining.
It's not over yet.
But I mean, I know you're kind of short in time as well, so you wanted to like get in there. But your team is kind of just trickling in right now, which is not really good against a Bastion bunker, especially. Also, I don't know if you're talking, but try to communicate with your team. Like, maybe you could throw like a Symmetra teleporter behind the Bastion and just like kill him. And that's unfortunate, you just took it backwards. That's okay. I would say, just again, I don't know if you're communicating with your team or not. But if you were, please communicate when to engage, when to disengage. That's the main thing, right? And then you can focus on other things like target prioritization, which is I would say is Bastion in that scenario. And then also call when you're dead, because you can just press tab, right? You just press tab, and then you can check the team and see who's dead.
My turn.
Ready for battle.
And also, you're also the main healer, right? While Zen was the off healer. So when you die, just say main healer down or something like that. Or you can say like no heals, both supports are dead. Like if both supports are dead, right? and say they say like, oh, it's loss. It's loss or it's win. That's what the two terms are. It's loss is when like the fight is lost already. Like you think it's lost, so just say it's lost and then go fall back, fall back.
You're fully healed.
Alright, if it's a win, like if you see that it's like winnable, then call it winnable, winnable, and then like yeah. So yeah, I'll try to pause so I can talk more. So again, oh my god, I hate that sound. Let me pause it, unpause. Okay. Play up here, so you can see your team's a little separated, which is fine. So like one on the left side of the truck and then one on the right side. If you're standing here, right, you can't really see your hog. So I would recommend playing up here, and then you can see both. You can see both sides, and you can also shoot the enemy tank for shield break. Also contributing to shield break is nice, since you know obviously they don't have a shield anymore. So yeah, all to say for that. Let's go back.
Regen up. Get in here.
Oh, your immortality saved you. I would say, okay, this is interesting. You kind of saw like a Ryan charging straight at you, right? You kind of, so you see this Ryan, right? At least try to dodge it, because I think you're just trying to shoot him to death. If anything, just try to dodge it. Like even if he is 1 HP, like my instinct is just to dodge it. So there's two ways you could have dodged this. I know there was an immortality field, so it did save you, but for future scenarios, right? So you can either you can literally just walk to the right. Like all you have to do is walk to the right. You don't have to like just chill here and get pinned by some Reinhardt. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Right. So go right. You can go right, or you can use your boots. Like you just hold crouch, jump up, and then your above is just pinned, and then yeah, GG. Right. And then now that Ryan's really deep, right? So I would say target prioritization again. Focus their Reinhardt since he's really deep. I wonder if he dies here. Is he dying? He gets out. Okay, which is fine. Again, you're not really hitting anything with your left clicks. So either you want to focus left clicks or you want to focus your right clicks. In this situation, I would just focus your right clicks. If you're not mechanically able to heal and damage the enemy team at the same time. Oh, did you lose a teammate here? That's
Let me
unfortunate.
show you how it's done.
Objective lost.
So you lost one of your
New defense
DPS.
All better.
I just noticed.
Regen burst.
So those heals there, like you kinda just shooting. Like she's not. There's no point, right? So now you just have to reload again.
Get in here.
Looking at this, I can kind of see your accuracy pretty low. Because you're kind of just, yeah, again, like I said, kill your teammates, shoot the enemy. Don't try to do like, don't shoot your teammates, right? Don't do the enemies. It's fine, you can work on that. So, if you want to climb, work on that. Work on controller recoil. And then, I don't know if this is your main account, but you're only level 170, so it's pretty low. I know the account I'm on right now is also low, but I have past experience on Xbox and on other accounts as well. So, anyways, let's see. Positionally, this is fine. I mean, your wrist is kind of chilling off the point, so I would say position behind your wrist as well. And also, again, I can't state this enough. Just, oh my god, this is loud. Just heal your teammates and then shoot the enemies. Don't like heal your enemies and then shoot your teammates. Cause I know you're trying to utilize shooting and healing at the same time, but like it's kind of meaningless if you don't land it, right? So. Cause you killed the Bastion, or sorry, the Bastion. So right now you're healing your shield, right? So you're kind of just wasting ammo with your heals. So if anything, again, flick to the supports. I know it might be a little bit hard. Flick to the support, or sorry, flick to your team to heal up. Right click, and then flick to the enemy to shoot him. Left click. And to restate, I would do 2 left clicks, like 2 bursts, and then 1 right click on your team. And then you can just go on your day. Then, if you want to like actively practice on your mechanical skills, you can play like DPS, or you can just play more Baptiste. But once you get the recoil down, sorry. I know I'm talking a lot about mechanical. So again, you kind of throw the window. Yeah, I know it's kind of like you kind of already lost the game here, but as a last ditch effort, don't just like throw your windows. Just put on yourself. Like just put it right next to you, and then you just laser the entire team. So I think this is lost right here.
Victory.
Okay. I'll go back again to practice stage to really drill in your mind how to play back.
No dying on my watch.
There's actually some really helpful videos on YouTube. I'm not sure if you watch any informative videos, but ML7, I'll type it back to you, is a really good streamer slash YouTube content creator, and he specializes in Ana, but he's also really good at other sports. He has some informative playlists on Ana, on Baptiste, on Moira, and on Mercy, from some unranked to GM. So if you'd like to watch those, then go ahead, because he provides some pretty good tips, and I'm pretty sure he mentions a lot of tips that I'm telling right now to you. So he's also really good positioning wise, and he's top 500. So if you're not gonna listen to me, then listen to him. Yeah. So I'll probably link a playlist to you to watch. Anyways, again, right click your teammates. You don't even have to aim at them, right? Like you don't have to like aim directly at them, because right here you only heal one teammate, right? While your other one just kind of just dies. Well, you can heal both of them. That's why it's so good. Because Moira, actually no, I won't go into that, but right. So right click, shoot 2 bursts,
That was
heal again,
satisfying.
and then right click. So I threw 2 there, but so just shoot, right click. So if you're gonna practice, I would try practicing like this, like so you shoot, kill them with like 2 bursts, right? 2 or 3 bursts, I would say, and then right click. So you can look anywhere, just like like throw whenever you want. But just practicing that movement will get you so much better in BAP, instead of just holding down left click, right? So it's a little awkward. You're kind of just like throwing heals everywhere, and then you're just wasting your ammo. So.
Have you considered
Sorry, I
a
didn't
different
control
line
recoil
of
there,
work?
So focus on. So try 2 bursting the enemy by controlling the recoil, right? I'll show you on Tracer now, actually. And then so you shoot, control the recoil, and then you flick somewhere, or you can just practice on these bots, like you kill these bots, flick to them. All right. Shoot, flick over. And I'll show you the difference on Trace. I'll show it on Trace. There's a little meteor. So this is no recoil again. I'm aiming right at her head. 4, 5, 6, 7. Around like 7 bursts. When if you control the recoil, you can actually kill it in like 3 or 4 bursts. 2, 3, like 4 bursts. Like almost 3 actually. So you can really just melt somebody down if you control the recoil. Like for say Hog, he has no armor. 2, 3, like. So all headshots, 4 bursts and 1 melee, and that kills 600 HP. So like it's really powerful. 2 bursts. So even this window, look at this. Like literally 2 bursts is down to a sliver.
I've got you handled.
So control recoil, #1 priority. That way, if you're not, that's how you have fun, kinda. That's how you have fun on Baptiste. You just frag, you just kill some people, right? Just kill some bots,
What was there, no?
or in the real game you kill actual people. And then also maximizing your healing, so don't just like run around like this. I mean, sometimes you'll hold a teammate, but most of the time you won't. So just shoot and just like, if I had like a mouse cam, like a mouse indicator what buttons I'm pressing, I'm just pressing once. I press once to shoot one person, and then I shoot another. And then I right click. I just
Fully
right click.
healed.
So shoot, shoot, shoot. And I just click right click. I just click it. I don't hold it. Like so.
Double.
I mean, obviously it's preference, right? If you can hold it down, then that's perfect. But it's a little awkward to aim. So
Double kill.
yeah. So just hold down your burst or hold down left click if you want to shoot enemies. Oops, I missed.
Double.
And then just tap right click. And then also position on the high ground whenever possible. Control recoil. Yeah. And that's basically it for the VOD review. I hope you had a good time watching. Hope you learned something from this VOD review. And I'm gonna end it here.